How y'all feeling about that little opening ceremony we got going? All right, so this is probably gonna be one of my favorite parts of the show. This section is gonna be dedicated to all the poets that we're bringing out for y'all today. And the first poet is pretty special. You might know him. You're definitely not looking at him right now, I swear to God. Anyway, give it up for me, y'all. All right, how are we feeling? I need a little bit more energy because this is gonna be a little heavy. All right, y'all gonna help me carry this today? All right. And again, my name is Kendall Simmons. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Afromortis. That's AFROMORTIS. I'll be your host for the rest of these next two segments. How did we get here? To this place where there is no light? Can we still escape? I started writing this piece to paint a peaceful picture of my past, but the puzzle pieces portraying that piece have been scattered across my memories like shattered glass. All I found in my pursuit are the mangled pieces of people who made the mistake of believing in my worth. Their bodies eviscerated by a grief and sorrow turned grenade blast and shrapnel burst. There are catacombs collapsing and cemeteries reaching capacity because of my cataclysms. Carrion birds carved their way into the carcasses of both the careless and the cautious alike. The cadavers are consumed quickly, but the stench of broken promises doesn't dissipate as fast, so that reek will leave us nauseous for as long as it will last. Dreams that once dangled before me like carrots on a string are now strung up before me by a rope woven from the threads of lost cause and abandoned hope. Relatives have relinquished their lives just to be laid to rest restlessly in these ruins. Some devoured with only their entrails left behind, others ravaged whole with no remains left to find. The monsters here have left this place a gory mess. The walls painted red with thousands of gallons of blood and hundreds of pounds of flesh. These bloodied waters have polluted my perceptions, leaving my fear to frolic freely while my freedom is forced to tread fearfully, afraid of falling into the fathoms farthest from the surface, where it will be crushed by the weight of all the corruption that's contaminated everything it's touched. The specter of a sinister stranger stalks me from the shadows, sending startling shivers up my spine, and whenever I try to sleep, I'm sedated by sweet nothings whispered in my ear to remind me that my mind is not just mine. See, in my mind, there are parasitic pretenders posing as the best of me. They try to mold my mind to make room for themselves as my messiahs, but I know that they're pariahs sent to prey on my potential. They pull me in close and persuade me into paranoid processes, promise me all the praise of a paragon while probing my psyche with hateful words that penetrate my thoughts on repeat until my brain files them away like paperwork. Now my memory's got filing cabinets filled with words poised to be permanently preserved, overflowing with piles of painful prose, phrases penned with precision and a purpose, to poison me until I'm too paralyzed to fulfill the dreams that would make this all worth it. They seek to punish me for having the persistence to repossess my power, but my power always finds its path back to potency through poetry. Each poetic word a droplet, each poetic line a drizzle, each poem a storm of inspirational rains more than capable of washing away these growing pains with ease. But please, tell me again what gives them the right to make a negative comment, as if the thoughts they think of me are anything but nonsense. Like the pictures they've seen depicting me weren't painted by people who fail to see the side of me gifted with a far greater destiny than their closed minds could ever perceive. I know that I have a gift, but I still find myself feeling ashamed, devalued, and defaced when it's time to deal with how my sense of self-esteem constantly recalibrates to only save storage space for self-hate. On one hand, it's just me trying to be great, but on the other hand, I'm constantly caught in self-contained conflicts caused by cognitive dissonance caging me inside of this corrupt, chaotic mental state. It's all enough to cripple my soul and send me spiraling down to the depths below. And as I find myself bound to the bodies of the drowned, I wonder, how did we get here to this place where there is no light? Can we still escape? Alright, so that was a pretty old piece of mine called Pandemonium. My next piece is not as heavy, it's a little bit lighter. This is called 5 Moments That Matter. Sarah loves that one. One, breathe slowly. Do you feel that? This is the most important part. The air that lingers in your lungs is a gift from all those who lived and died before us. The air that leaves your lungs will be your gift to all those who come after. Please remember this as you step forward, that we are all bound by these breaths. The air that we share is proof that we should all care for each other and seek to see each other's worth, because we're all just sons and daughters of a mother we all call Earth. 2, blink a few times. Look at the picture before you, only perceptible in the present. Life is a mosaic molded by whatever mood has settled itself into our minds, made beautiful as long as the beholder chooses to search for beauty. All we see is painted by a brush in our brains, the image only limited by the power of our imagination. May your eyes always discern reality from delusion. May the sights you see last a lifetime in your memory. Each sunset you see serving as a reminder that there will be a sunrise tomorrow. Each sunrise serving as a reminder that we are somehow, in spite of it all, still here, still shining, still rising. 3, smile brightly. Even if just for a moment, every time you smile, your mouth remembers a memory most joyful. It mimics a moment where this smile wasn't a conscious decision, but a wholesome automatic reaction to a feeling from your heart that made your mouth move into motion to match your emotions. Smile big and smile wide, because these are feelings we were never meant to hide. Smile big and smile wide, because if we all smiled more, this world wouldn't have so many divides. 4, reach out and touch someone that you love. The rhythm of their heart beats to a different tempo than yours, but in this moment you are connected to each other with only your skin separating your souls. Together, these small experiences pull us through time. If the people that you love are beyond your reach, hold on tightly to their memory. Place your hand on your own chest and let their essence teach you to fly. Do you feel that? You're still here, and if you ever wonder why, we'll figure that out together. Our hearts are beating, so for now, let's just stay alive. 5, listen closely. There are volumes spoken by the serenity that we all call silence. Listen to the thoughts that come to you in these moments, and remember that you are not those thoughts, but the observer with the power to affirm them as reality or to disaffirm them as delusion. We are not our thoughts, but the ones who lend credence to their sounds. We are not the sounds of the tree falling, but we are the ones sowing the seed so that the soil will be cultivated into success. We are not the thoughts on the surface, but the consciousness that lurks below. We are the ones observing the moments that matter, and all that means to me is that we matter too. All right, how are we feeling so far? I said, how we feeling so far? I hate to be that guy, but y'all not giving right now, and I need a little bit more. We're gonna do it one more time. How y'all feeling? I'm sitting here like, dang, is this pride or shame? Come on, y'all. All right, so this is my last piece. This is a piece that I've retreaded several times over the years, and I finally got it into a position where I'm even comfortable performing it. This is called Superhuman. Have you ever wondered why superheroes are always running late? We might assume they're polishing their boots or ironing their cape, but despite their abilities, they're just not feeling so great. So they decided to hang it up for today. Or for the week. You see, it doesn't take kryptonite to make some of us feel weak. People think we're all right because we were strong enough to lend them a helping hand, but who's cushioning the fall when our flight fails and crashing becomes the only way to land? Some mornings we find ourselves caught up in a sea of second guesses, overwhelmed by the daily stresses of pulling pipe dreams into reality. Sometimes we're unable to rest, starved of sleep, struggling with suffering that sets in when we want to scream but can't even make a peep. At night, we're cursed with visions of a future made into nightmares, a realm of blackness that takes away your ability to see. There's nothing but terror to see in your reflection, nothing to ease the digestion when it starts to hurt when your dreams go down. You look in the mirror and see yourself only at your worst. The scars left by our battles are permanent, but the spoils of our victories are so temporary. Washed away by the screams and cries of all the people we can't save, there's nothing more scary. It tears us apart mentally, but even the strongest of us have to hang up our capes eventually. Then we rage at ourselves and start to doubt that this hero thing was really even meant to be. We sacrifice our time, our happiness, often selling our sanity for free. We stop seeking the meaning of life because it's buried deep under all the strife and the debris. Will the collateral damage we've done ever be outweighed by the goodness of our deeds? We hold ourselves hostage in fear of facing a world full of people deprived of empathy lessons. So many problems that need addressing, but we can't stop stressing over how other people are dressing. Everyone wants a world to save, but when it's time to save the world, we seem to lose our perspectives. Are the secrets to peace locked away behind the unaffordable therapy sessions? Our masks hide it all, but it's hard to know if they should be considered curses or blessings when it all leads to a life lived trying to learn how to live with the anxiety and depression. We wear our masks because we're afraid to show those wounds. We think we have to be scared of love since we ourselves have left people scarred, but I don't think the damage that we've done determines the person we are, or the person we could be. We adapted our power so we could survive in a world of adversity, and in some of us, that pain will create a villain. In others, it will create a hero, but in us all, it is not the pain that makes us who we are. It's the resilience we've cultivated that let us survive so far. It's the kindness we mastered it in order to overcome it. That's what makes us who we are. That's what makes us human. And I'd be damned if I didn't say, that's what makes us all superhuman. Thank you.